They thought I would roll over, that I'd panic, that I'd let them take what I'd worked for. But they forgot one thing. I'm a civil engineer. Numbers, boundaries, and evidence are my territory. It started on a Wednesday morning. A bright red violation notice was taped to my door. Your fence encroaches on HOA property. Remove it within 10 days or face legal action. The fence had been there for 12 years. Stalled by the previous owner, approved, recorded, inspected, yet somehow, suddenly, it was a problem. I emailed the HOA for clarification. What I got back was a threat. Failure to comply may result in lien placement and potential seizure of property. That was the moment I knew this wasn't a simple mistake. Someone on the board wanted control. Real, personal control. So I started digging. I pulled the original land survey. It clearly showed the fence well within my property line. I requested meeting minutes. Turns out, the board had held an unannounced vote about boundary corrections, illegal under their own bylaws. Then, I installed a small camera facing the front yard. Within days, it caught a board member measuring my fence with a tape measure and fudging the numbers on her clipboard. Every email, every threat, every inconsistency, archived it all. By the time the next HOA meeting came around, I had a binder thick enough to make an attorney smile. The room was packed. Half the neighborhood had shown up, curious about the sudden wave of aggressive fines hitting everyone. When they called my name, I walked up calmly and placed the binder on the table. I started with the survey, then the illegal vote, then the camera footage, then the threatening emails, each one more unhinged and overreaching than the last. Gasps filled the room. People turned and stared at the board. One member quietly walked out. Another tried to justify the vote, but the documents made it impossible. By the end of the meeting, the crowd demanded accountability. The board was forced to retract every violation, remove the fines, and schedule a community-wide election to replace the members who'd abused their power. As for my property, untouched, secure, protected publicly and legally. They tried to take what was mine, but the truth has a way of snapping back harder than any fence line ever could.